Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of
Inazuma.
flavor unlike any other.
There is no escape! Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see?
Settle down! Bow your head.
And shroud! Yeah.
Be sanctified. Settle down!
Gonna watch that, fatty.
One with the force. I'll uproot you! Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
What the fuck?
Bow your head.
Bow your head. Okay, Katrina, how good we are with Ascension. I need these things. Start this exchange. Actually, I'm not gonna do that because I have nothing. I have nothing. 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 If I can have you. Oops. Where's the crafting table, bitch? Where's the flute? Oh wow, I have nothing. We're going to need to kill those a lot more. Okay. We have returned.
Whoa, this place is... Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our here. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Okay, Kachina's not here.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new... Hey, look! Is it about to start? That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just let's go somewhere higher up.
Okay, let's see the sing. Hear the sing, sorry.
Warriors of Natlan, we are those who grew alongside sun and wind, those who forged our own. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
She's gonna go Kamehameha? Oh, this is the song. Floor ripped. I like that we just know a language that we heard for the first time, bro. What the fuck? Nothing's gonna happen.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What? What is that even?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person—
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all?
Why is he
Maybe she
standing
got
on the
scared and
fucking...
ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even—
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of that.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person—
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have, or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
Not blasphemy. Oh my god.
if she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all! No, she's been waiting for this moment, no matter how daunting the situation. No matter how scared we don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves
God, I hate man. Fuck this bitch.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has to prevent further casualties. I have decided to
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against
I didn't mean it that—
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You.
No,
Even though I have said nothing
Girl.
to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you...
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in...
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are
did she just...
I believe she did. Let's...
Okay, not a personal invitation from the Archon herself. We truly are a special bunch. Oh.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection...
And that means Kachina won't be able to...
That's correct. Not until the
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew if it came down to it, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death?
That's not fair.
It's all right. I understand you're right. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least... Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new...
You mean...
Oh
The
no.
Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be... But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we...
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand...
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and...
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite, and their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of
Girl, not the
Resurrection
ass shot,
work.
damn.
It's to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else. We need to suspend the pilgrimage. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Arc... I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away early.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events, without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease.
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina...
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the
Oh
person.
no, Kachina.
But with your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually, imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of you can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is...
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her during our campaign. But I...
Traveler? What do you...
Understood. Then I'll support you. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link, but then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss isn't.
So, Paimon's the only one who's...
See, Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the... It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever... Besides, you're the ones helping. Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you. Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But
That's more like it. After all, I've heard yours, so perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together. But don't worry. This towel is...
Honestly, I don't like the voice actor for Modica. I'm gonna be
You
completely
said
honest.
you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided
Just
to suspend the
it doesn't give me that
isn't.
vibe, you know? Like the voice just doesn't match the person.
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is... The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in this thing stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, but if I said nothing at all, they would have continued.
Another simple choice. The latter was...
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with... Let's go. There's still a way for this...
You mean?
Yes.
Can she battle already? Like, give us your, you know... Give us your flames. Let me see your skill. I can't wait to see her skill. There better be
The
fucking...
sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it... So until our heroes are ready.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining...
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do...
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice...
If not me, then who? No, I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Oh,
Oh.
God! It's the Fatui!
What's this about? Ooh,
The
Capitano.
Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled,
Girl.
what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
Okay, we fighting, I guess. Oh wow, we know Capitano's skills shoots ice missiles. Oh! Not a fireball. Oh my god. Go, I want a fucking whisper bolt. You can literally fly. Did you get him? She beat it that damn. Damn, motherfucker fucking ran away.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Wait, Capitana is the master of the Night Wind? Oh, I didn't understand this part.
Are you alright, Archon?
Is she
He was a
damaged?
formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goal, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again...
No. We're running out of the wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the... Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of...
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be... When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual... Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain.
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes.
Okay, so something definitely happened.
Natlan's strength has never rested solely. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must try...
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now.
What?
I just hope the others have a safe journey.
She no longer can turn her hair into flames?
What's happening at the stadium? Did something...
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head. Okay, let's just keep climbing.
Pretty sure I don't need to climb because I can just. Hmm.
Right here.
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom.
Rescue her? From the Night King?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature the nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a...
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any-
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Fit?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around.
Quichi!
The tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot.
Oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes, I'll introduce, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek.
Vichama? What? He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories. Where can we find...
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks, friend. Is he young?
Someone admiring the scenery. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Oh my god, the voice.
What? You're saying you can... No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to...
Your friend? Oh!
Yes, but I'd rather not...
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find...
Then we're agreed.
Oh my god.
I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood.
Wow, you got all that just from...
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up.
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries...
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... No, normally you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet... Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take this...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke...
I appreciate it. Even though... Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything...
There was this person, Did you see that?
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time. I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina.
Kachina, we're coming. Don't worry, baby. We're gonna save you for sure. For sure, girl. For sure. Just give us like 10 minutes. And we're gonna be right there, Ubering towards you.
Hello. Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much? Oh, the whole deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are you. All right. That's
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the travel.
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Is that the...
That might be tough.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's going.
I know, it's just... That Kachina always carries all sorts of...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night.
But I don't remember any details because I'm old.
Bichama and Malco grew up together and even made a name for themselves together. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Bichama excelled at scouting and analyzing the battlefield. The two made an excellent team and managed to beat back the Abyss several times. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were placed on the same team to fight the Abyss. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Bichama suffered an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he
Then
could
what
fight
happened?
the Abyss in his condition. Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon, and she agreed to let him stay. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far... Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not because I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop, the Abyss has caused so much suffering. And some wounds. Anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe you could...
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
Jesus Christ. Okay, everybody, here we go. Hi, bitch.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient. Go ahead. After Malco fell, if I had been there, I have always.
But that happens. The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom of.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of.
He said, "Huh."
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer. Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
Let the might be humble.
And Shroud! I hear everything!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss...
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power...
Hanging in there?
No, what?
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the...
In that case, we have no... Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. We were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we...
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years.
Huh? What's that in your hands,
This is...
What is this? A penis? Is that a penis?
Hey, Malko. Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. I guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Always had to beat me at every... Maybe you're right. Maybe... Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, but...
A deeper...
Malko was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory, for all these years, I regretted not being...
Vichama!
I'm fine. Actually, I heard when you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew help, but I also understood why you had once allowed to fester. Guilt strips us of our... If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malko to the front lines no matter... That way, even if the outcome stayed that there are critical junctures in life. That's something I had to...
Thank you, Vichama. I feel like I promised I would find her, and I...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotion. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Oh, and apologize for destroying the spirit.
Yeah, he'll understand, of course.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that?
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wina.
Honestly, it's just one thing after. They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own sis. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The abyss, but strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was a.
For some reason, Paimon.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska...
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous.
Oh, I get it. No.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, no...
All right, it's just the two of us now.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off.
Well, technically I am going
again with the We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up?
Oh, I knew it!
This is important. If you were in...
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle
She's annoying.
logistics.
She's annoying
Right,
as
whatever.
fuck.
You... What do you mean?
Time out. Is this one of our norm...
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... You need to know something. What happened to...
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself.
I've also told you that
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to...
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go?
Then support me.
So, that's it.
Bitch, you're the annoying one. Shut the fuck up, fall off a cliff and die.
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by...
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago. And she reacted. It's not my place to get involved. But I will say this.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial...
If only Tone-Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired...
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait here for your safe return.
Tomorrow.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm.
Bitch for nothing, Fontaine. No Melusines here.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again?
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power?
That's why it has to. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but still, all you need to do.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this?
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye.
Whoa. I've never seen this.
It looks like there are items from every tribe.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sort, and physical items do a far better job of preserving. Now, I still have some preparations. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matav. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a. Can a fisherman claim victory? If he failed.
Well, Paimon.
That was my answer as well. In the end, he didn't want his tools.
Wait, that means you.
Maybe we can go head to head. So.
This is Atea's.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already.
There are so many jars and potions.
No, those belong to the Masters of the Night Wind. Their ceremony. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even the tools you see here are quite traditional. The contents of the jars aren't all that special.
Ooh, must be something really cool.
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although.
Not expired.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. The association with strength and even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it.
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Katera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical, and he would often wear this version when training in order to protect.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time.
That thing.
Powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my
Yeah! If each item represents it, does every item hold a
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose. They demonstrate the
shape?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth.
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one exactly? Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call.
That does kinda make
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget the pilgrimage and the night ward only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, namely a framework, through which, by holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little
Oh
Saurians
my
raised.
god, look at that
I turned a
daddy.
piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous
What about the
artist
sister?
to
Is the
paint our
sister alive?
likeness.
But the dad though,
It
Jesus.
looks like the two of you are really close.
That dad needs to be a
Thinking of an
download
Archon
that
as
for
an ordinary
sure.
person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait.
A little late for that question, don't...
Sorry! I'm so sorry!
No matter what others may say, my path becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often... One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians you were raising ran into the room and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister...
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life, or ancient name, take us to your fated bit.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you...
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then this really strong the Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to...
I'm really scared still. I don't want you to put yourself...
All you need to do is place your trust in us. Just no one fights alone. We're not leaving you.
Ohana means family.
Yeah, we're so close.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief...
I know.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case she's... That face you just made. Don't...
No, I just... feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. the more people. Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely,
Why do we
but if
always
you
get
encounter a
Archons when they
situation you
lose
can't
their
handle,
power?
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Like, give us an Archon that actually has all of its power. Oh, that's a... Oh, that's a... We're just gonna switch to Arlecchino.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
Echoes of Life.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civ. Humans only established their own society after the.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in Abyss activity...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be
What?
It's the pre-adventure excitement.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Overruled. You are about to get done.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Busted. Here comes the cash.
Oh my god. bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
Over here.
This must be the entrance.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar.
We actually have to go. Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Oh.
It looks so different from what I imagined.
That overflow of energy is probably what
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in this.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's
Just like I said, our real world knowledge doesn't apply here. We felt if this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we...
that's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real...
Yeah, these floating black...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely... It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the piece. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the spirit speaker but we had to destroy it. Otherwise...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. Under the power of the stone, it felt like... Turns out even our regrets were exactly...
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend.
Exactly. That may not be... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this... Be careful. This place has been severe...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. It's too... Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Whoops. Okay, that's cool.
We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Motherfucker.
I've not finished my research.
Bitch, you were supposed to protect me, motherfucker. Girl.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Here comes the test.
Clear the area!
Girl, I need to eat.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
so dark.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly does.
This for sure.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
Kachina.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of— Good idea. Let's—
Why don't we have Mulan though?
Take it easy.
Lay bare.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! It almost caught me a bunch of— The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so— Had a girl. You did so well. Should we start heading back then? Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but— something—
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom.
Proxy.
Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated,
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the Abyssal— Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What's wrong? Nothing. Just a headache. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already— No, I'm fine. I don't put just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Just listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the YF. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if— All right. The sooner we get this done—
We've already come all this way. So we might as—
Let's go. This—
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That—
It's all right. I may not be as strong. I don't have much time left. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for You're a true—
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk. I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Is this the wire?
Wyab? I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab? So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. Alright, get ready everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of you. You tried to get in my way. You would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind. under... No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out that is the tragedy of your short ancient names. Pride, friendship. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetic?
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone.
You're right. Maybe comfort, but you also couldn't be more wrong.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? The power lies not in the, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal. And well said! Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you?
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right here. Carving waves. Amazing. Right here. Get down.
That's what he gets for under. Fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we
I like
really
that they
are
added the hugging.
unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't.
Wait. Does that mean you're.
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated, it took years' worth of scars and lots of The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power to Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during
I'm
the
sorry.
invasion 500 years ago.
Oh my god, now we know where Tupac went.
You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wild. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest, its blaze will become one with our... Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Moalani?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the world. Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice, Kachina.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I was going to ask why you bestowed an I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop
You are already an outstanding... You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina. Focus on who you want to be. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyab. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on? An Earth?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to...
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us!
A Seelie in the Abyss? Run. Okay. Power Rangers, go. Pyro Archon? Hell yeah.
You've done well. Now come home.
Did she just like terraform the entire place just got terraformed? Is there gonna be an actual home out there, or is that just cinematics?
We're back! The Pyro Archon's...
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say
She's still in the Speaker's Chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying...
Every great display of power... You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full checkup.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the...
Right. The Wyap mentioned something about the...
I'll let her explain everything. Where every move we make from here on out...
Let's see what the Pyro Archon has to say. Can you burn? Oh, you can't even jump in. Okay.
Huh. There's a lot less.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she—
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable—
Mulan told us a little—
500 years ago, all the nations of unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted lay. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disaster. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have— The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer— Our civilization was dying. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up—
So that's what— After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave— Since the plan was mentioned in those memories. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories— Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro Archon is—
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome— A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of but, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have god. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those— If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came— The goal was to reunite the people and restore the— Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select the Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation.
So that means—
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 after your adventure in the Night Kingdom. I trust you've come—
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from—
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by— The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night King.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us.
Okay.
The Abyss may not possess intelligence. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. So, I've tried my best. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
Okay.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Well, we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in—
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny, just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope you—
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes—
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only— I can only trust in the judge. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely— Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingent. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here help.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But there's an over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of on their own. Each item's power is limited. But by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending It was a rather crude approach, so all their
But weren't they all precious treasures? That's exactly why I dragged you all here.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem, and then it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan.
Even when you put it that way.
There's no need. The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with. If you still have regrets, let them. Your deeds will become new legends.
Well, we'd still like to return.
Well, if that's the case, now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast, and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll.
Still, now that I know the danger.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. All right. You.
Damn. Are we gonna be Mavika? Oh.
When I was young, I used to sit. They attract people from all walks of life. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise the Abyss is a cunning enemy. One that I face. My rage will never know absolution. But you came to me because you knew you. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes, even across time. We will.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe.
Oh, seriously though, Dad?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I think this is the last one.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
Who's gonna be at the end?
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us...
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight.
Who will be the one?
We are the inheritors of memory, those who grew alongside those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Preach!
Keep up.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad.
Ah, well, you two...
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked?
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
What? Do you really have to go that far?
No way. Chaska never opens up about... I appreciate the understand. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Yeah.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
I mean, Snezna is literally just the Abyss, right?
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done. Thank you.
I always knew you could do it.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing...
I had no choice. My friend...
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the night.
So, what about...
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the state.
Serves you all right. No sympathy for...
All right. There's no need... Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to this traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said.
I'll drink to that. To be honest,
Why is she hiding away?
Ah, you're here.
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask because the thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder that. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister... From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of... She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing... Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very... You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see...
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends is already...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one further hero. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is true. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my...
Ancient names?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is...
Yeah, we can't just...
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before.
Shilonen.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost... Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportunity...
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of... As for you, I must confess...
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of...
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Auroran. I think it's Auroran because he was in the right. The cornerstone of stars and fame. I don't know what I got.
Something else you'd like to... Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kanich's I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness, or if you learn anything about this during your adventures. Something else. The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took... All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight past. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable... As for the principles behind it... Something else you'd like to ask? That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is that their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why and the Wyam have always been very strict about... Still, there's no need to worry. Something else you'd like to ask?
Okay. Thank you so much. And good.